you again. So we have some old videos. This is the universal symbol for old, in case you're not aware. That's what that is, old. Used to be get to the back of the bus, but most people Uber now, so there's really no bus. And it's kind of implied that you sit in the back seat instead of in the driver's lap. That's weird, and that, you don't do that. You just don't do it. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, me. This is kind of an update slash my weird ramblings slash, tell us your story. Because I get asked that a lot in person, but a lot of you are buying online. So you don't get to know the weirdness that is Tim Kell of TKL Knives. So first, how did you get started, you ask? It's kind of funny. I had bugged this guy at the railroad for freaking ever to give me a big saw blade because I wanted to. I really don't even know for sure what I wanted it for. I wanted to make some knives, I think, and do some other stuff because I had built a forge to bend the bolt on a Spanish Mauser that I was making, 7mm Mauser. I wanted to put a scope on it. It was a project that my dad had kind of started but never finished. Had the stock, and he got some really bad car wrecks and really brain injured, and long story. But I wanted to finish it, kind of out of nostalgia. So I did that, and then I wake up naturally at like 4:30 in the morning on my own, and I was working for the railroad at the time. Technically still furloughed from the railroad, but we're pushing like, hey, gnats flying in my face. My mouth must smell like gross stuff, so it's flying at my mouth. Yep, I get it. If I was a gnat, I'd fly in that gross hole too. So anyway, railroad, you need to speed this thing up. This video is going to be like 6 hours. I made a couple knives. It was really stressful because CSX got taken over by some activist investors. I was waking up early in the morning, needed to do something to kill my time before I had to be at the depot, which was only like 10 miles away, 15-minute trip, and 4:30 to 7:30. It's a long time to wait around. Maybe that gnat bit me or something because I'm itchy here in this area. Made a couple knives that I frankly think are weird looking. Then made a couple more, and then people were like, hey, make me a knife. And this was, predates Forge and Fire. So it's not like I was this Forge and Fire fanboy that's like, I love knives and I want to make knives and beat them out on an anvil and whatnot. My path was a little different. I didn't set out to be a knife maker. I didn't really know anything about it. Forge and Fire was a cool show. My wife actually told me about it and then started showing me the show, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I started studying more about making knives. YouTube's a powerful thing. YouTube can also steer you really, really, really wrong on a lot of stuff, so you need to get the appropriate material. The ASM Heat Treater's Guide's a good one to actually know how to heat treat because sure, cooking oil's cheap, but for a lot of steels, it's not going to give you a knife that the performance that you expect when you spend money on a custom or handmade knife. Quenched in cooking oil a lot of times is not going to make a blade that is indestructible. So do your research or ask us. Us, by us, I mean me. Get on the interwebs and send out little messages. Or go to our website, tklknives.com, contact form. Hey guy, I tried to make a knife and didn't work, and why isn't it hard? I can't even cut butter with this thing. Help! Then you have like a bean knife because you can squish a bean. I was talking about stuff, not really sure. Furloughed from the railroad, made a few knives. Only thought it was going to be like a month, so we kind of knew that was coming. Had saved up, did a lot of preparations to last, 6-8 months of furlough time so that it would just be kind of like a vacation from the stress of everybody losing their jobs and blah, blah. And made a few more, furlough wears on. So my wife, again, comes up with a great idea to go sell at a local market. So I did, having zero expectations at a craft fair, and we sold out the first day of a 2-day market. So I'm like, oh man. So no sleep, Golly, more gnats eating my mouth. Um, Making knives, and then, that was last year where I sold my first knife to another person. Gosh, this gnat is driving me crazy. Ninja. It didn't work. He's still here. And then I just set about, how do I put my name on the knife? How do I make something that's actually better than what you buy in the store? More research, bought a lot of new equipment. So every time I made a little bit of money, I put it into equipment. And then there's a lot of changes I wanted to make, refine stuff, and then I was looking for a container to carry my stuff to the market in, and it was an ammo can, and in that ammo can was a bunch of stuff of my dad's, and my dad and I are really close, and it's been tough, 19, 20 years now that he's not gone, but he's like out to lunch because of his brain injury. He's just like a little kid. So I'm in this box, and I find this knife blank, and all of a sudden, I remembered, he was making me this knife for a Christmas present when I was active duty in the Marine Corps, and he never got to finish it. So I found the blank in there, and it was kind of like this, I don't know, if you believe in that kind of stuff, where things happen to make you realize or whatever. I think God put that there to just kind of make me stay the course. And I was like, I'm gonna make this knife and finish it in honor of my dad. So I did, and it was pretty ugly. And then I came up with my own design because I wanted a comfortable handle, something that feels natural, something that was well balanced, but with blades that everybody already knew how to use. So it's just been this crazy, that gnat, it's like a missile flying at my face. It's just been crazy ride since then, I don't know if you can see it. He is right here around my face. And we've got several knives now. We've got the website. We're selling a lot of stuff to all you folks. It's been awesome, and my stuff's different because I'm a little weird. I'm a little different. And I think that's pretty much the backstory, We moved into the shop, stopped using the forge, started using an electric oven because I, again, wanted to really dial in that precision. And, you can do a lot by sight, but then year changes. Sun comes up at different times. It's cloudy one day because of rain. It's super bright sunny. It's really hard to get that sight down on the blade. Electric oven, professional quench oils. Now we do. I even tried to outsource my heat treat, which was freaking stupid because they just destroy your blades, and then you're out. All this work you put in getting the blade ready for heat treat, and then they send it back to you, and it looks like a freaking banana. And I actually did that twice before I realized that they ruined 100-something blades, and that's a lot of money, a lot of steel. So I brought it back in house, dual temper cycles, just different type of stuff. That's kind of our story, and that's it. I think. Bye.